What is going on, guys, and welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be taking a step back in the history of Lord of the Rings, and we are going to be taking a look at a character which has been heavily featured, which is the Witch King. So the Witch King of Angmar, also known as the Lord of the Nazgûl and the Black Captain, is a character heavily featured in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. In the films, he is portrayed as the chief of the Nazgûl or Ringwraiths. These are the chief servants of the Dark Lord Sauron. In the Second Age, the Rings of Power were forged by the elves of Eregion under Sauron's direction, and 9 of those were given to men, one of whom became the Witch King. The rings gave them immense power, and they became mighty in their day, kings, sorcerers, and warriors. The rings extended their lifespan, however it eventually corrupted them, turning them into the Ringwraiths, known also as the Nazgûl. The Witch King became their leader, and as Lord of the Nazgûl served as Sauron's second-in-command for over 4,000 years. A millennium into the Third Age, the Witch King reappeared in Angmar, a realm in the far north straddling the Misty Mountains. He quickly dominated Angmar and turned to wage war against the 3 splinter kingdoms of Arnor, which are also Arthedain, Rudar, and Cardolan. For Sauron, seeing that Gondor remained strong, he sought to capitalize on the dissension among the northern kingdoms. The elves of Lindon and the remnant of the northern Dunedain joined his army, and the combined forces marched against the Witch King. On the plains west of Fornost, Ernu's army met the army of Angmar, which was forced to retreat towards Fornost. As his army was routed, the Witch King fled north towards Angmar, but Ernu and Glorfindel, with reinforcements from Rivendell, pursued the retreating party and defeated them. In the process, the Witch King caused panic of much of Gondor's cavalry, but the appearance of Glorfindel, the Witch King fled into the gathering darkness. Ernu attempted to follow him, but Glorfindel stopped the prince. The Witch King returned to Mordor and led the Nazgûl in the siege of Minas Ithil. The city soon fell to the Nazgûl and was known afterwards as Minas Morgul, the Tower of Black Sorcery. Here the Witch King made his stronghold, and he was called the Lord of Morgul. When King Ernu II of Gondor died, his son Ernu, the Witch King's old enemy, inherited the throne. The Witch King challenged him to single combat, but Ernu refused. 7 years later, the Witch King again challenged him. This time the king accepted. Ernu rode out of Minas Tirith to meet the Witch King in Minas Morgul. He entered the city's gates and was never seen again. From this time, the stewards of Gondor ruled the kingdom on behalf of the absent line of kings. During the time of the events of the Lord of the Rings, Sauron learned from Gollum that the One Ring was held by a hobbit named Baggins in a land called Shire. Sauron sent his Ringwraiths forth to search for the One Ring. On their return to Mordor, the Nazgûl were remounted on great winged beasts. The Witch King returned to Minas Morgul to prepare the assault upon Gondor. His forces attacked Faramir's rangers in the Battle of Osgiliath and drove them back across the Anduin. The Witch King soon led large numbers of orcs, Haradrim, and Easterlings to besiege Minas Tirith in the Battle of the Pelennor Fields. After the city gates were broken, he rode to enter the city but was prevented from entering by Gandalf. During the battle for Minas Tirith, the Witch King ultimately met his end as he was recalled to the battle by an unexpected advance of the Rohirrim. The Witch King attacked Theoden, who had outrun his own riders. As the Witch King approached him for the kill, Elwyn, the king's niece, thrust her sword between the void between the Witch King's crown and torso. Her sword shattered, but the Witch King's clothing fell to the ground and he vanished with a wailing cry. In the end, this fulfilled the prophecy of Glorfindel, for the Witch King fell not by the hand of man, but by a woman and a hobbit. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up and a comment. Any other characters from Lord of the Rings trilogy you want me to do, or the Hobbit trilogy, it would be greatly appreciated and I wouldn't mind making another video. If you guys want to check out my previous video, it was on the Dark Lord and Sorcerer Sauron. I made a video on that, got quite good feedback, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.